Hello, welcome back to my Elite Dangerous series. Quite a bit's changed in this latest version of the beta, so I thought I would show one of my new trade runs. I'm currently sitting at Dahan Gateway, which is obviously in the Dahan system. At the moment I've got, as I say, Lakon Type 6, and as you can see, 420,000 credits. Now you should be able to do this trade run using a basic Sidewinder. What you're going to have to do is basically buy these items and continue to do this trade run if you so desire until you get a hauler, which is about I think it's about 40,000 credits, or sorry, about 30,000 credits to buy a hauler. So once you've done this trade run using the Sidewinder, get your hauler and then continue doing the same run again in your hauler, which is 16 inventory slots, cargo based slots, compared to the 4 of your Sidewinder. Now once you've got your hauler with its 16 slots and you keep doing the same trade run, you should then make enough money to buy one of these Type 6 transporters, which is about 200,000 credits. Now it's a lot of money, but once you've got this sort of money and this sort of ship, you can make even more money and huge profits. So basically what I'm doing here at Dahan, I will be buying, I think it is, yeah, tantalum. It's about, I think you end up making about 500 credits per unit. Now obviously bear in mind I've got a 100 cargo ship. You can see that's taken 371,000 credits just to fill this hold up. So we'll do that. We'll fill the hold up, and then we're going to be taking this back to Iran. So we should lock Iran up and then we launch.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Quite a big ship. These new Lakon Type 6, which is obviously a smaller version of the Lakon Type 9. This ship's just appeared in this version of the beta. It actually wasn't around in premium beta, so it's a new ship. It's not too hard flying in and out of the starport, the letterbox opening here. As you can see, it's relatively easy as long as you just take your time. Going to thrust away from the station just to get rid of the mast lock. I'm just lining up on what target, which is Iran. In fact, it's Asellus Primus we want to go to. I stand corrected. Sorry, I thought I hadn't got the right place selected there. Yeah, so it's basically between Asellus Primus and Dahan, where we'll keep going backwards and forwards. So yeah, we've got Asellus locked now, so we're just going to jump here.
Drive charging.
Right, so we're here. We'll just get the starport locked up, which is Beagle, so that's locked, and we'll head off towards there. Just put my blue bar on my throttle in the middle till it goes blue on the little line. As you can see, that's optimum super cruise speed, as I've mentioned in one of my previous videos. So we'll just head to the station. Now the thing to remember in the latest version of the beta is there's now, as I've said in one of my other previous videos, you now have a fuel range all the different ships have essentially a different jump radius, so you may not be able to get to certain areas in a certain type of ship. What you also have to take into account is, depending on how much cargo you're carrying, and depending on what equipment you've got fitted to your ship in terms of guns, etc., this will also affect your jump radius. A lot of people don't seem to realise that the equipment that you put onto your ship has a weight value, and all of this weight adds up basically, and the heavier you are, the shorter distances you're going to be able to jump between systems. So just bear that in mind. Be mindful of what you're buying and what you're fitting. You will get used to how it works eventually. It's not too hard. So yeah, as I say, just bear that in mind. Different ships, different jump radiuses, depending on how much cargo you're carrying and what equipment you've got fitted. So right, so we're just coming up to Asellus now. Or Beagle 2 in Asellus rather. Okay, so just drop out the Super Cruise. Okay, so let's get the station targeted, get close enough, get dock permission, and get docked. Good rule of thumb, as you can see, I've just diverted all my power to my shields. Excuse me. The reasoning for this is, out of all the places where you're going to bump into other players, at the starports is very likely, and you know, you don't know how other players are going to respond. There doesn't seem to be as much griefing going on as in the game as what they did in premium beta, but it's just an old habit to put all your energy into your shields, because as I say, you know, if you're going to meet other human players, it's going to be around the starports, and it just means you've got a little bit of protection, and you know, your shields are running at maximum. So if you do get somebody that decides they want to attack you to grief you, you know, you've got power going to your shields, so you've got a bit of time to react before you've got no shields left. Basically, it's just good practice in my opinion. So I'm just using my lateral thrusts here to get to the side of the station with the entrance on.
Detecting hostile scan.
Alright, let's get permission to dock.
Request granted.
I've got an autopilot, a docking computer on this ship, because when I first bought it, I hadn't flown them before, so I was a bit wary of trying to get them in and out of the station. But it's actually not too hard. You've seen coming in and out of the station with this ship, it's not too hard at all. So I'll just fly in manually on this station, and then when we're going buy stuff from this station to take back to the other station, I'll use the docking computer so you can see how much better it is. I did make a video on the docking computer when the beta first came out, but the docking computers were extremely flaky and extremely erratic, and were quite slow, but they seem to have improved a little bit now. They're still not ideal. Obviously a good pilot can dock himself much quicker than the docking computer anyway. So right, we're looking for pad 5. Yeah, this is one of the things that can be quite hard sometimes when you come in the door. Sometimes the pad, there you go, the pad that you're on landing at is literally right in front of the door at the bottom, and sometimes you can't see it, so that can be a bit awkward. So we're just lining up on this pad here now. Oh, sounds like there's some fighting or something going on outside. Whoever it is has now just been blown up, judging by that explosion. So landing gears down. So we're down.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, so let's get these sold. Tantalum profit, so that's 426 credits profit per unit. So you can see, just using this ship, one run, I've made 42,000 credit profit there. So we'll sell them. Now what we're buying here to take back to Dahan, basically we're going to be buying the advanced catalyzers. As you can see, they're 2,100 and they sell for about 2,600, so that's going to be roughly about 500 credits profit going back the other way. So we shall buy them. As you can see, it's a lot of money again. Obviously bear in mind you're going to have to start out with a sidewinder, doing small amount of units, and then work up to buying a hauler, and get that, and then continue to do more trade runs until you've got enough to buy a Lakon Type 6 like I have. And then obviously, you know, you're going to be able to make the same amount of profit as that I am each run, which is huge amount of profit really. I'm hoping that when the game comes out, it isn't going to be so easy to make money, because considering this new version of the beta hasn't even been out a week, and I've already made about 1.5 million credits, considering how many ships I've actually tried out, etc. So I mean, it does seem quite a bit easy to make money at the moment, you know. So hopefully ship prices and that will change and it won't be quite this easy. I mean, if I had the Lakon Type 9, which has got about 400 cargo hold, I mean, that would just be ridiculous amounts of money. You would be talking probably 250,000 or something, 200,000 credits profit each way, which just seems absolutely massive amounts of money. I mean, you know, when the game comes out, you don't want to see people flying around in the very best of ships after a couple of days of the game being out, because they've made so much money flying around in a hauler or something. I mean, I think prices of stuff, ships, etc., have been deliberately made cheaper in this version of the beta, because in premium beta it took about a week or so before you could have enough money to buy kind of the big haulers like this. So hopefully when premium beta does come out, it's going to be quite a bit harder to make money, and you know, here's hoping anyway. I'm sure that might upset a few people if it's, you know, people that are already struggling, but I don't understand how people are struggling in this game making money. It is really easy. I mean, you can see the astronomical amounts of profit I'm making just going backwards and forwards between 2 star systems in one of these haulers. So
4, 3, 2,
Temperature critical.
Right, so we're back in Dahan. Let's get the starport locked. Set our optimum supercruise speed. All our energy is still diverted to our shield, so that's good, in my opinion. As I mentioned before, you've seen us flying manually at the other station, but I'll use the docking computer at this station just so people can see how more improved the docking computer is. As I said, it's still not ideal, but it's a damn sight better than what it was when standard beta first came out last Tuesday. So there's been about 3 patches. As you can see in the top left, it says 1.03. There's been about 3 patches in the last week since it's went to normal beta, so Frontier are doing a great job of getting stuff fixed and getting hot fixes and patches out. Can't wait to see what they continue to put into the game, and hopefully it's going to be great when the game is finished. I mean, we've still got quite a long way to go. We're still in beta for I'm not sure when this beta actually finishes, but I think they're planning on releasing the final game at the end of the year, so you know, they've got a few months left of coding away until they get more content into the game. Excuse me. Hopefully we'll see quite a few more things when it goes to Gamma. There'll be another phase of Gamma, which is classed, obviously Gamma comes after beta, and that's classed as almost final release, or a release candidate. So we'll look forward to seeing the Gamma version to see how many more new things are in the game. So right, we're just coming up to Dahan now anyway. I'm just getting ready to drop out of Super Cruise again. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer to drop out of Super Cruise. Very occasionally it will just hang. The game will crash or hang, freeze, lock up, and you have to basically, reset, Control Alt Delete and quit the game. It's very rarely that it does do that, but it does happen occasionally. Remember that this is beta, so hopefully this isn't going to be the case here, but I am getting more worried the longer it takes for this to drop out of Super Cruise. And it doesn't normally take this long, but as I say, occasionally it takes a good minute or two just while it works out what's going on. Normally it's just a couple of seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds or so till you drop out of Super Cruise, but as I say, occasionally it gets it a bit wrong and it gets a bit confused and takes quite a bit longer than what it does normally, and sometimes it doesn't come out of Super Cruise at all. There you go, thankfully it did come out. That was quite a while. We can see we're quite lucky this side will come out on the space station. I can already see that the doors are pretty much in front of us, so we're just going to thrust to get to 7,500 meters, 7.5 kilometers, and at which point we'll be able to request dock permission, and then I'll let the autopilot take over. to 8 kilometers now, so I'll just start to get permission, which we've got. As you can see, it says slow down for auto dock, so I'm just going to completely stop the ship, and there you go, the docking computer has now taken over. Right, I don't know what this is doing again, so... I'm just going to go in manually again. If you want something doing, do it yourself. Right, so we're in. We're on to pad 32. Bit of lag there by the looks of it.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Obey station law and enjoy your stay.
So there you go. We're saying we're making 700 credit profit per unit on these. So I mean, you know, 100 of these, that's 71,000 profit. So I mean, you can see that's a phenomenal amount of money that you're making each run. I mean, that was 70,000 on that run, and I think the other one, if my memory serves us right, was about 90,000. So that's, you know, approximately 160,000 credit profit just for going back and forwards between these two planets. So okay, hope you've enjoyed watching this video. No doubt there'll be some more to come soon. Thanks for watching.